Yo. Hey. What's good, fam? It's your boy Dwayze on Blxckie. You know the name, you know the face, you know the time, you know the place. And today we back again with a brand new react. Matter of fact, let's get into this. Let's get into it. So this is something I was thinking about for some time actually. Once I found out the news and I was like, oh, crazy. Blxckie signed to Def Jam. So this is a video by P.G that he recently dropped, and I thought to myself, you know what, let me actually have my little say on the matter, because why not, you know. Did Blxckie make the right decision by signing to Def Jam? That's a good question, because I also thought to myself, Def Jam Records in 2023 2024, it is now the date on the clock. Was that the right move for Blxckie? Now I'll give you a bit of my opinion later. Let's just first get into the video, and you know, I'll give you my thoughts as we see what P.G is saying. Shout out to the boy P.G. Go check out his channel. As you can see down there, he does SA hip hop updates. Okay, go show him some love, go show him some support. Yes sir, let's get into this.
Guys, so check it right. With Blxckie officially signing to Def Jam Records, a lot of people have wondered whether he made the right decision, considering that he gained so much success being managed by M4 Entertainment.
Yo guys, what's up with the quality? First of all, 720. Why does this look like it's 180p? Damn, it's the max. Okay, all right. Okay, let's just get back into it.
Hey, put your back into it.
My bad, OGs.
Now Blxckie, who hails from Durban, he began his career around 2019. He gained considerable attention and recognition in the South African music scene.
Some Yeezy!
Through his captivating performances and online presence, especially through SoundCloud. Blxckie's rise to prominence was facilitated by his talent for effortlessly combining multiple languages, including Zulu and English in his music. This cultural fusion resonated with both local and international audiences. One of his breakthrough moments came with the release of his hit single, Big Time Slapper, which garnered significant
Big Time Slapper. One thing I could say that really also helped Blxckie was the consistency, bro. This guy was consistent. Like, I always saw him dropping songs on SoundCloud, like, every other week. I was like, yo, some Yeezy, slow down, bro. Yeah, no, Blxckie, he found the way, the right way.
Significant airplay and solidified his position as a rising star. Blxckie's unique style, lyrical prowess, and ability.
Let me know if I'm wrong, but I feel like Blxckie has been or is the last superstar to come out of SA hip hop at this moment in time. Like, everybody's stars, right? But I don't see anyone at the level of Blxckie right now. I think Macg's coming close. I think Macg's getting there. But Blxckie, it's been a minute since we've had a star in hip hop, in SA hip hop, that rose to the level of a Blxckie. Somnyama.
To incorporate infectious melodies into his music helped him gain a loyal fan base. Additionally, his collaboration with prominent artists such as nastyc and Flame further contributed.
Don't forget lucasraps. Let's not forget lucasraps. He did a lot to help Blxckie, you know, get on in the game, at least from a notoriety perspective, awareness perspective. You know, he collaborated with him a lot, which obviously Lucas was hot at the time, which helped Blxckie's name. So yeah, man, one hand was washing the other.
To his growing success. Now, with him still being an artist on the come up, he gives himself credits for knowing the ins and outs of the music business, as well as also owning his masters.
Anyway, listen, before we talk about you,
Shout out to Blxckie for owning his masters, guys. It's very rare these days, especially these days, to own your masters, because there's not a lot of money in... There's still a lot of money in music, but it's a lot harder to come by the money. So the record labels want the masters. And when I say it's a lot harder, it's just attention-wise, the game's so oversaturated. It's all Spotify numbers, which are 1 cent a stream, half a cent a stream, and Apple Music and all that stuff. So the money is a bit more trickier to finesse. So the label's going to say, give me those masters, bro, because at least we know if we have the physical, we could shop this around. we could do things with that. Okay, guys, my light has fallen. I digress. Hold on. All right, let's go.
Your career, ne? I gotta ask every artist this now, so because we never know, eh? Do you own your masters, bro?
macg.
Yeah, I mean, I own my masters.
You own your masters?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
So, but on iTunes it says there's another company.
M4.
M4.
That's my management.
Oh, your management.
Yeah.
So
Nothing
they don't own
too
the
deep.
masters.
Nah, it's nothing too deep.
Oh, okay, cool.
Do you guys think Blxckie really owns these masters? A part of me feels like he does, because Blxckie has moved very, very, smartly, ever since he's came into the game. But one thing I will say, there's a lot of speculation as to how much, M4 actually owns of Blxckie. And on another note, when it comes to M4 Entertainment, they seem to have a lot of tricky separations going on with them. But hey, I don't want to get into that, guys. Let's carry on.
I don't want you coming out in a few years saying, hey, they robbed me.
Nah.
Eh?
I know my stuff is straight.
Yeah?
Someone's phone's ringing.
Yeah, I don't know. Smart. Don't worry about it. But that's dope, though, because,
It's like someone's phone is ringing.
a lot of people are going through shit with this masters thing,
Yeah,
bro.
I see it going on.
Well, what did you think when you heard, like, the rap life thing, what's been happening and all that, as a young artist?
I don't know, like I've been hearing stories like that before I even got into making like music like that. So I made sure that even before, like when I was dropping music, I was doing it like independently, like using like stuff like online, distributors and stuff like that, and I still get like cash from.
I'll definitely say Blxckie is a rapper who definitely managed to finesse online. Like, he used online to his advantage. He's a good study case as to how to do the online thing as a rapper in this generation and in this day and age.
From that, like even right now. Yeah. So yeah, like when I heard that, I was like, I don't know how these niggas like start off like that. You're supposed to know these things when you get into it.
So your split sheets are in order.
Nah, me, I'm cooling, bro. I'm bulling.
But isn't it harder to go independent, though?
It is harder, but then it's the only way for me. Like it's the
Okay, you see here he's saying independent is the only way for him. For me, I think Blxckie's signing for the bag, really. I think it's for the bag, but as well, it's to reach an international audience. Actually, I think it's more to reach an international audience. Let me be fair. I don't think it's mainly for the bag, because I think Blxckie's touching the bag. But I don't know if signing to Def Jam in particular is the best look for him. I feel like somewhere like an Epic or Columbia, one of those labels, bro. I think Blxckie would have done well in. I don't know about Def Jam, but anyway, I digress.
The only right way to do it. Yeah, but you just have to go through it. Like, as long as you know that your shit is yours, then yeah.
Now, it's crazy in hindsight that Blxckie said doing things independently is the only way to do things, but here we are right now. But anyways, Blxckie's come up is well documented, with him being stranded in.
But also, a thing is, Blxckie also seemed to have signed when all those rumors were coming up about his management was owning everything and putting things in their name, and he didn't really own anything like that. And then all of a sudden he signed to Def Jam. So, where there's smoke, there could be a bit of fire. I don't know. But it's very ironic how once he signed to, right before he signed to Def Jam, there was those rumors coming out. And another thing, the same thing kind of happened to, I think it was Nasty. Right before Nasty signed to Def Jam, I think was when he left M4. If I'm not mistaken, you can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But it seems like there's something going on there. And the same thing with Lucas. If you think about it, the exact same thing. Once there was trouble, all of a sudden, he's at Def Jam. He leaves M4. It seems to be the story for all these guys. So I don't know now if Blxckie is still currently with M4 or if he has new management provided by Def Jam. Don't know. But hey.
Joburg during lockdown due to COVID, and with him being stuck in one spot, he managed to compile a bunch of songs which formed into his debut album, Before Now.
Classic.
So when he was in between
Banger.
Midrand and Durban, he linked up with lucasraps, who he credits for hooking him up with a deal with M4 Entertainment.
Yeah, we have to give Lucas a lot more credit for Blxckie. I feel like people don't do it enough. Like, Lucas really was the first artist who was kind of hot, kind of like popping at the time. And he like kind of really embraced Blxckie and said, hey, let's go, my boy. Let's go to the top. I don't know personally how things were, but I know for a fact that musically, you know, they did a lot together. They worked well together.
And getting that introduction to Nandi, who is his manager and the owner of M4.
So at the crib, man. I mean, I know Leo, we staying here.
At the
And
crib,
no
oh.
one knows you're staying here. Like the people that actually own the house, own Nandi, and everyone else that's sort of involved in this whole
Oh, trespassing.
EM4.
thing. Yeah, info I have.
Trespasser.
I started happy. I dropping no pep. So Lucas actually has to
Peprik.
fight Nandi
Hey,
and Pepper
Paprika's also gone.
in terms of just like, yo, dog, this is the guy.
Niggas
You know what I
around
mean?
there.
This is the guy. Speaking about me,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And this guy is with that guy. So they need to stay here in order for this thing to work, because at the time Lucas was also trying to transition into a more like musical, you know, sort of space. And you can see that I was like, you know, singing a lot also. So it's like, yeah, also, you know, songs for that album and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, for sure, bro.
Yeah, guys, lockdown era, Lucas and Blxckie. Legends, dog. Legends for that era. I'm sorry. They held it down. Like lockdown when nobody was dropping shit. Every day I saw Lucas and Blxckie dropping something new, bro. These guys really pushed, bro. Really pushed. So, yeah, man. Credit, shout out to Lucas.
Duo was making sense too.
Yeah. So, yeah, we ended up forcing it, but sort of happened that Leo had to go back to Durban.
Why does Blxckie look so much bigger than Zinger, bro? Like, so much bigger.
Just because, you know what I mean, it's just a big load, you know what I mean, at the
Yeah,
time.
it got heavy and you had to sacrifice Leo.
So, actually, yeah, Fox will tell you, I hit him up, actually, I was like, yo, Fox,
I heard about it.
Leo has to go, so I don't know, must he come there to you or what? That's how you gonna do it. I hit him Kitty also, whatever.
And it was tight.
And I was like, ish. I was actually about to go to Giddy's place, which is like the ambitious place, funny enough.
Ambitious.
And then the day after, Nandi.
Hey, luckily Blxckie didn't end up at Ambitious, bro. Might have been real. Who knows? Allegedly.
I was like, actually, no, you can stay here. If you go there, you're gonna be making a mistake, so you might as well stay here and figure yourself out. And then a few weeks later.
But Leo can't stay.
Yeah, I know. Leo had to.
Leo had to go.
Leo had to buy, yeah.
Damn, Leo. We hated had
Hey.
to be you.
Bro, I want to cut.
So
Okay.
Bro,
we have
who's
to mess
Nandi,
up the
bro?
next few years.
Who's Nandi? How do
Nandi's
you
my
meet her?
manager. Nandi's M4.
M4, how do you meet her?
So when I got to Midrand, so Nandi is actually Lucas's former manager.
Okay.
Yeah. So
She
we
likes
get
them young, man.
That's wild. That's wild. Blxckie's crazy, bro. She likes them young.
I'm kidding, Nandi.
So when I got So when I got here, like she was managing him, and they were staying in that same place we're staying now. And yeah, Lucas was like, yeah, dog, you can't go back to Durban, whatever. And I was here with my friend Leo.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't go back to Durban, whatever.
Big time slapper, bro. Like this is another. This has to go down in history as one of the greatest hip hop collabs in South African history, bro. Like from the youth, bro. This was one of the biggest organically pushed youth records. I don't know what else to call it, but yo, this song was so big, bro. And it was just, you know, drop on SoundCloud, shoot a video, let's go. And it went crazy, bro.
So then
Even Americans
the
were
whole
tweeting about
situation
this.
happened, and then the thing was Leo had to bounce, so Leo left. So then I'm staying in Midrand. So that's basically Nandi's place, the place that we staying in. So she used to come like often to check what's going on and whatever. And then she used to see, good say, "Oh, banny, though.
Yeah,
What are they doing here?
Yeah.
Whatever." So when it came down to everything, like she was like, "Yo, you just pull up on me, let's have like a conversation about what you're trying to do in Josie and whatever. And then yeah, that's how I know.
So whilst he was at M4, Blxckie managed to achieve so much success with his debut album doing so well. I mean, he received so many plaques from his singles and projects. He's worked with international artists such as Earth Gang, Bass and A$AP Ferg. He's also managed to travel overseas and connect with quite a few international artists. And he's
Now, Blxckie's done well, bro. Blxckie's done really well. Really, really well.
considered as one of the leaders of the new wave and one of the most prominent artists in the game and country right now. So it came as a major shock when it was announced that he officially signed to Def Jam Records and no longer being a semi-independent artist. Now, record labels don't really get the best reputation when it comes to looking after their artists. I mean, some disadvantages that we often hear about range from loss of creative control. When you sign with a record label, you may have to compromise on the creative direction of your music.
Yeah, guys, what he's saying is important, man. Like, signing to a label can change a lot for you. It can change everything for you. Like, an example, Tinashe. For those of you who don't know Tinashe, you know, I'm a 2K might not know. Okay, I'm sure you know Tinashe, guys. But yeah, Tinashe, for instance, like, before she signed, her music, her sound, what she was putting out, like, the delivery, the style, it was completely different to who she became after when she signed. Like, she was very artistic and very, like, you know, unorthodox before she came into the game. She was dropping mixtapes, she was making her own beats, like, she was just creative with it. And then once she signed, it was kind of like they just try to turn her into this like sex symbol and sexualize her and, you know, just make everything so like she's hot, you know, instead of like going the creative route and really finding a way to showcase her creative talent. So I feel like I wouldn't want that to happen with Blxckie, you know, because Blxckie, him being independent and choosing what he wants to do has always worked for him, because he doesn't stick to one thing. He drops piano here, he drops some R&B there, drops some hip-hop, some trappish vibes. You know, Blxckie's gonna give you a little of everything. So I don't want that able to feel like, yo, Blxckie, focus on this sound. You should just focus on piano. You should just focus on this. Because I feel like the way Blxckie is now, it makes it easy for him to be creative and find different bags and, you know, be in different pockets and scenes. And like, we need that. That's the type of rapper you have to be nowadays to succeed. You can't just be a guy who's doing one thing. The type of rapper who, even internationally, who'll succeed now is a rapper like Blxckie. Somebody who can tap into many, many different bags and kill it and get awards for everything he does. So, hey, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't like Def Jam in particular. Not in the sense that I don't like them. I just don't like the fact that it doesn't feel like they're at the forefront with pushing their artists and making sure their artists get the best looks as they used to be. You know, Def Jam, obviously iconic historically, but in recent times, and I don't think this is Def Jam Africa, but I hope it's not, because it's like, come on, bro. Def Jam Africa, I'm not sure which artist they have currently now who's doing really, really, really well, except for, I guess, nastyc. I think Casper and Nadia Nakaya there. I'm not sure, but you know, for me, I think right now, him signing to a label is not the best move, but then I don't know what he has planned. So,
I mean, Blxckie is known for being versatile with his sound, and I would hate for him to be restricted just because of a contract he signed. Another disadvantage is the financial implications. Record labels typically provide an advance to artists, which is essentially a loan that needs to be recouped through sales. This can result in limited income for the artist until the advance is repaid. And
yeah, one thing I also say is I had this sort of same gripe, you know, when they signed Tyson Sabatelli. And it's because I felt like Tyson's kind of the same. Independently, he's just very good at what he does. You know, he's cohesive with the music. He's like, the rollouts are, you can tell he puts a lot of thought into the process and how to deliver the art and how he wants to properly position things in his rollout and what comes next and what comes. And I feel like after he signed, they kind of messed up that motion for him, because ever since Tyson signed, I just don't see the fluidity I once saw from him. I could be wrong. There could be a lot coming, a lot in the works, but I did see a tweet from him once kind of saying when his fans were like, yo, Tyson, why aren't you dropping another visual from the project? And then he was like, yo, label said, budget, we don't have the budget, man. It's end of the year. We're saving the budget for other things. So, you see, that's the thing I don't like, because in today's age, you can't slow down the motion of an artist. And that's one thing labels, I think, sometimes get wrong, you know, is that once an artist is out, you got to keep going, keep serving, keep going. There's no stopping anymore. You can take a small little break, but you can't, especially once you've just dropped a project, you should be pushing, going. And I just feel like they didn't do the most to push Tyson's last project. But this is not about Tyson, guys. I digress. I'm so sorry. Let's finish off the video.
In the terms of recouping the advance can be unfavorable. There's also limited revenue sharing. Record labels often take a significant portion of an artist's revenue from music sales, merchandising, and live performances. This can result in the artist receiving only a small percentage of their overall earnings. Now, this all depends on what type of contract was signed.
I was just about to say, it depends on the deal. And I also think if Blxckie is signing to Def Jam, I don't know Blxckie personally, but what I'm thinking is he wouldn't sign unless it was really worth his while, I think, especially to Def Jam. But like I said, I preferred him to sign with the Epic.
And I'm hoping that it wasn't a 360 deal. Otherwise, what does he really stand to benefit from this deal? Another disadvantage.
Can I just say, guys, 360 deal is not always the worst thing. I don't know why people just hear 360 and think it's terrible. A 360 deal is just a type of deal. It doesn't mean like the stipulations and the what do you call them? The why am I blanking? I don't know, but it doesn't mean that the stipulation and the terms of your contract are all the same throughout every 360 deal to ever exist. Like your terms, your stipulations, your clauses, they can all be worked on by a lawyer, and it could still work in your favor. 360 can still benefit you very well. It just depends how the deal is structured.
Which is contractual obligations. Record label contracts can be complex and may include terms that lock the artist into long-term commitment.
That's what I was thinking. Contractual obligations. Yes, that's what I was looking for. The contractual obligations and stipulations can always be worked on by a lawyer. It's not the same across the board.
Limiting their ability to work with other labels or release music independently. And lastly, there's also being shelved. When an artist isn't the most popular in the game, their label might end up restricting them from dropping any music, leaving them in a state of limbo, and essentially
I don't think Somyama's getting shelved. This guy's just he's got his finger on the pulse, bro. He's always moving, so that's one of the ones I don't see happening.
Giving way for other artists in the label to drop, or because they might be considered more popular at that specific time. Now, with all that said, it would give reason as to why someone like lucasraps hasn't been as successful as he should be, despite being signed to Def Jam. I mean, he's one artist who does seem like he's been
To be fair, I think Lucas is signed to Def Jam Africa and not Def Jam, I guess, International. So, you see, that's what I'm saying. With Def Jam Africa, I don't know if they've really proved themselves as a strong label. I don't know who they've put out that's really a star right now. You know, so I don't know.
Shelved, whereas other artists like nastyc have been given more of a spotlight, and I'm just hoping that won't be the case for Blxckie, but we'll see down the line where the problems start to arise, because we don't want another situation like we're seeing play out with Zuchi Coke Dope and Stay Low. But I guess time will reveal all. But you guys, let me know your thoughts on this. Do you believe Blxckie made the right choice by signing to Def Jam, or do you think he'll regret it in the end?
What a vibe.
Comment down below. Anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed.
Okay, guys, so that video was a bit longer than I expected or planned to be. Sometimes I'll be rambling. But yeah, man, I think when it comes to Blxckie signing to Def Jam, personally, I don't think, from my outsider's perspective, I don't think that's the best move for him right now at this second. I feel like once he started to get his name out there a bit more internationally, just a bit more, I think, he might have got a more suitable label offer, but I don't know what the deal looked like, so it could have been something that works in his favor. So man, at the end of the day, we're all here for some Nyama. We're here to support him. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comments, guys. How do you feel about Blxckie signing to Def Jam? Is this a fumble, a flop, or is this a move that's gonna take him up higher and higher and reach the upper echelons of the game? Yeah, so it's been your boy Dwayze. Yeah, man, shout out to P that G. Appreciate the work you're doing, bro. And yeah, I'm out.
We maneuvered obstacles, trying to keep our hospitals move as smart as possible.